Today we're taking our character beyond the idle loop. I'll show you how to create new motion clips and stitch them into the existing idle animation so seamlessly you won't be able to tell where one clip ends and the next begins. At the end of part 1, we created 73 frame video clip that loops back to itself, a perfect idle animation loop in other words. What it means is that if we place two copies of this clip one after the other and play them, we won't be able to notice when the first clip ends and the second clip begins. It's all in good until we need to add new animation clip. If we simply generate new clip as we made the first idle clip, it will not work. You'll see a noticeable jump cut if you try to connect it to the idle loop clip, but don't worry, I'll teach you how to tackle this problem. Here's what we're going to do. Take our 73 frame idle loop clip, then extract first 25 frames as loop start clip, and then extract last 25 frames from it as a loop end clip. Why would we do that? Because now we can generate any motion clip, connect start of it to the loop start, connect end of it to the loop end. This way we'll get a compound clip that is not only a perfect loop itself, but also can be seamlessly connected to our original idle loop animation clip from both sides. Okay, let's start with extracting end clip and start clip. Open ComfyUI, double-click, and add a Load Video FFmpeg node, drag and drop the idle loop clip. Pull the image output and summon the node getImageFromBatch. This node is used to get a slice of input images. In our case, the input is a 73 frame image batch, and we want to get the first 25 frames from it, so type 25 into the length field, and leave the batch index value at 0. Next, summon the Video Combine node and change the settings to the already familiar Video WebM format at 16 frames per second. The resulting video clip will contain the first 25 frames of the original idle loop animation. Save it as loop start, and let's move to the second clip. Now we need to extract and save the last 25 frames. It may be a bit harder, but follow me and you'll succeed. First, summon a reverse image batch node. From the name you can guess it's used to reverse the order of our 73 frames. Now the last frames have become the first frames in our image batch, so we can reuse the getImageFromBatch node to get 25 frames from the beginning of our frame sequence and turn them into a video, just like we did with the loop start clip. Unfortunately, we have an issue here. Our last 25 frames are played in reverse. It's because their order is still reversed. So we need to fix it with another reverse image batch node, run the video combine node again, and this time everything is okay. Save this second clip as loop end. So far, we've created the start and end clips. Once again, let me remind you that the end of the loop end clip and the beginning of the loop start clip make a seamless connection. Now we need to generate a new motion clip that will be placed between the loop start and loop end clips. But to do that, we first need to get the image of the last frame of loop start and the first frame of loop end. These frames will be used as the first and last frames in the WAN 2.2 hybrid workflow when we start generating new character motions. And here's how we get them. We only need to update the frame extractor we've just built, copy the getImageFromBatch node and connect it with the loop start images. We need just a single image at the very end, so set the length value to 1. The last frame here is at index 24, but we don't need to be precise here, just type a very big number, and we're good. We got the start frame image, and now we'll do the same for the loop end part to get the end frame image. But this time, batch index will be 0 because we need the first frame instead. Save these two images in the project folder as start frame and end frame, and let's move to the next stage. Right now we have all the elements we need to generate the new motion clip. 2 video fragments from the loop and 2 frames for start and end. We'll use the start frame image to generate the new clip, open the WAN 2.2 hybrid workflow, and set the start frame image as our first frame input. Check the generation settings should be 0.6 as the target size and 81 frames for length. Also make sure to turn off first frame last frame mode because we'll construct the new character animation from 2 clips. You'll see. Now type a new text prompt. Girl in beret raises her hands and places her hands on her cheeks in surprise. Girl is standing still, keeping her pose with hands on her cheeks. Hit run, and let's see what we get. Looks pretty good. We successfully created the first half of our new animation. Let's save it as surprise raw part 1. Now we need to generate the rest, but you may be wondering why split the generation of the new video into 2 parts. It's because WAN 2.2 can only reliably generate 81 frames, and not every motion can fit into this range. Sometimes you need to split longer motions into 2 or more parts to reach a passable result. That's why I made this generation in 2 steps to teach you. Okay, let's continue. To generate the second half of the motion clip, the new first frame is the last frame of the first part's clip. No need to extract it as we did previously. Put the player slider to the end, and right-click to copy the currently displaying frame. Then, at the hybrid workflow, Select the first frame node and type Ctrl-V to paste the image from the clipboard. This time, we know what the last frame should look like. It's the end frame we saved in the project folder earlier. Place it at the last frame input and enable first frame last frame mode. Then update the frame count, 65 frames this time. I decided that the second half should be 1 second shorter. The only thing left is to rewrite our text prompt. Girl in beret with hands on her cheeks lowers her hands. Girl in beret with arms at sides keeps her pose. Run it, and here it is, the second part of the new motion for our character. We have all the parts we need to create our second loop video. Now we need to connect all of them together. Let's start from the beginning and connect loop start and the first motion clip half. Open up the video join workflow we used in the first tutorial and simply paste loop start and surprised raw part 1 at the first and second video inputs. Run the workflow to get the joined video. It will be the first half of our target loop clip. Save it as joint result. Now we need to connect this joined result with the surprised raw part 2. Run video join workflow again, but this time with joined result clip as first input and surprised raw part 2 as the second input. Save this new joined clip as joined result 2, overwriting the previous one. This joined video now consists of 3 of 4 of our prepared clips. Finally, combine joint result with the loop end. Open video join workflow for the last time, put joint result into the first video input, loop end into the second video input, and run it. This time the result will be final 196 frames of our beret girl performing new motion. Save it as surprised. We've did it, but before I finish this tutorial, let's test if we can seamlessly connect this new surprised loop clip with our first idle loop. Here I'm just combining our 2 loop clips using batch images node. After a short wait, here's our test video of 2 loop clips playing one after the other. As you can see, the transition is completely seamless. No visible cut is seen when one clip ends and another starts. With this, part 2 of the tutorial is complete. I taught you how to extend loop videos. Next time I'll show you how to polish our loop clips, how to get rid of flickering, edit existing clips, and how to use them in your game. Stay tuned.